By the time American troops finally left in 2021, Afghanistan was producing over 80% of the world's heroin, and the networks that made this possible had been built with American money and American weapons. In December 1979, Soviet troops entered Afghanistan to support a socialist government that was facing armed resistance. In response, the CIA launched Operation Cyclone, which would become the largest covert operation in the agency's history. Over the course of the 1980s, the United States funneled billions of dollars in weapons and support to the Mujahideen, the Afghan fighters resisting the Soviet occupation. The money flowed through Pakistan's intelligence service, the ISI, which distributed it to various Mujahideen factions. Many of the commanders who received American support were also involved in the opium trade. The poppy fields of Afghanistan had been producing opium for centuries, but production increased dramatically during the war. The Mujahideen needed money to buy weapons and supplies, and opium was the most valuable crop they could grow. By the time the Soviets withdrew in 1989, Afghanistan had become one of the largest opium producers in the world. After the war, the country collapsed into civil war, which eventually led to the rise of the Taliban in the mid 1990s. The Taliban initially cracked down on opium production, nearly eliminating it by 2001. Then came September 11th. The American invasion of Afghanistan in October 2001 was supposed to be about destroying Al Qaeda and removing the Taliban from power. What it actually accomplished was the largest explosion of opium production in human history. At the peak of American occupation, Afghanistan was producing over 90% of the world's opium supply. Ahmed Wali Karzai, the brother of Afghan President Hamid Karzai, puppet dictator of the US, was widely reported to be involved in the drug trade. He was also on the CIA payroll. The global heroin supply expanded exponentially during the American occupation, contributing to addiction crises around the world. Meanwhile, back home, the opioid epidemic was accelerating. This is where the story gets complicated because the American opioid crisis has multiple causes. Pharmaceutical companies pushing prescription painkillers, doctors overprescribing, economic despair, and communities hit by deindustrialization. The heroin flooding in from Afghanistan was just one factor among many.